Mrs. Cochran?
Here.
Mrs. Coons?
Here.
Ms. Snyder?
Here.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Ms. Anderson?
Here.
Mr. Ray?
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Everyone's here, so no reason for having a motion to excuse. So first, I'm looking for a motion to accept the minutes from September 19th, 2022 council meeting as presented, not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept minutes from September 19, 2022 council meeting as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Next, we're looking for a motion to accept purchase orders from September 17th, 2022 to September 30th, 2022 totaling $77,804.17 as presented and not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept purchase orders from September 17th, 2022 to September 30th, 2022, totaling $77,804.17 as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, council. Next, we're looking for a motion to accept bills from September 17th, 2022 to September 30th, 2022 totaling $163,284.93 as presented and not read, please.
I'll make the motion to accept bills from September 17th, 2022 to September 30th, 2022, totaling $163,284.93 as presented and not read. Sorry.
I'll second.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Nora. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
And next, we're looking for a motion to accept September 2022 DOPS delinquency report as presented and not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept September 2022 DOPS delinquency report as presented and not read.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Heather. Take a pick for the other.
Whoever.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Thank you, council. Next, we're moving into the reading of ordinance and resolutions.
Resolution number 7202-2022, a resolution proclaiming the Village of Lakemore will observe October 16th through October 22nd, 2022 as Stormwater Awareness Week. Whereas communities across Ohio are urging residents to be the change for clean water and take action during Stormwater Awareness Week, October 16th to October 22nd, 2022. And whereas Stormwater Awareness Week offers residents an opportunity to learn how they can take small actions to make a big impact on protecting Springfield Lake. While rainwater is great for lawns and gardens, it can be dangerous for streams and rivers. And whereas stormwater can push common household items such as trash, lawn fertilizer, or paint into local waterways, threatening our environment and waterways. Therefore, the mayor and council of the Village of Lakemore hereby proclaim the Village of Lakemore is observing Stormwater Awareness Week and strongly urges the citizens and businesses of the Village of Lakemore to take simple actions to improve water quality and reduce stormwater runoff. Section 1, that the Village of Lakemore recognizes October 16th until October 22nd, 2022 is Stormwater Awareness Week. Section 2, during Stormwater Awareness Week, soil and water conservation districts throughout Ohio are urging residents to take one or more of the following actions. Pick up trash in your neighborhood or a local park. It can be a family game to see who can fill up a bag first. Pollution left on roadways, sidewalks, driveways, and parking lots drain directly to our streams and rivers. Check the weather report before applying fertilizer to your lawn or any oil or chemicals to driveways and sidewalks. This will protect the environment and your pocketbook. Make sure lawns have 3 to 4 inches of topsoil under the grass. This will reduce runoff as well as make lawns easier to maintain. Plant native plants that have deep roots, which will help break up clay soil and increase the amount of water remaining on the property while benefiting birds, butterflies, and bees. Plant a tree in your yard or install a rain garden. Trees can soak up to 900 gallons of rain a year, and a well-designed rain garden almost entirely reduces stormwater from a property. Stormwater can also erode away streams, which can cause flooding. Each year, conservation districts investigate multiple sources of pollution and assist hundreds of homeowners concerned with stream erosion and flooding, all caused by stormwater runoff. Encourage local businesses to become a water quality partner. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution shall go into effect on and after the earliest period allowed by law. Resolution number 7205-2022. This is a second reading by title only. A resolution accepting the amounts and rates and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the Summit County Fiscal Officer. Resolution number 7208-2022. A resolution approving the police chief to hire Wesley Clifton Rogers as a part-time police officer with the Lakemore Police Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to hire Wesley Clifton Rogers as a part-time police officer with the Lakemore Police Department. Section 2, Mr. Rogers will serve a 1-year probation. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution number 7209-2022. A resolution approving the mayor and village administrator to apply for the 2022 tree canopy restoration grant. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves the mayor and village administrator to apply for the 2022 tree canopy restoration grant. This grant is for sites that support large growing trees at maturity. Section 2, the application is due October 14, 2022. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution number 7210-2022. A resolution allowing the mayor to apply for Connecting Communities Planning Grant Funds program by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study to complete the Spartan Trail and declaring an emergency. Whereas Springfield local schools reduce transportation to students based on state of Ohio minimum requirements, and whereas the Village of Lakemore and Springfield Township want to assist with providing alternative routes for students walking to school from both communities, and whereas the project Spartan Trail Extension is a study to determine how to complete and improve the Spartan Trail to provide a safe alternate route for students. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio, Section 1, that the mayor is hereby authorized to apply for Connecting Community Planning Grant Funds programmed by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study for the following. The Spartan Trail Extension Study to serve as students of Springfield Township and the Village of Lakemore. The request for funds is $40,000. Section 2, that the Village of Lakemore acknowledges and understands the AMAT's funding policy guidelines and confirms to the best of its knowledge that the information contained in the project application is accurate, that it intends to diligently pursue the project, and that a local share will be provided. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.42 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public health, peace, and safety, convenience, and welfare of the Village of Lakemore Council and the inhabitants thereof, for the reason that it is to apply for funding within the next 10 days, and provided that it receives the approval of 2/3 of the members of council, shall be in full force and effect and after its passage and approval, otherwise to be in full force and effect from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Resolution number 7211-2022, a resolution allowing the mayor to apply for Connecting Communities Planning Grant Funds program by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study, conduct Living in Lakemore Sidewalk Planning Study, and declare it an emergency. Whereas pedestrian travel is difficult without sidewalks for the community, and whereas the need to improve health and ease of safe pedestrian travel is a priority for the Village of Lakemore Mayor and Council, and whereas Village of Lakemore Council and Mayor have created the Living in Lakemore initiative that is in need of funding for engineering a sidewalk planning study. Now therefore be resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, that the mayor is hereby authorized to apply for Connecting Communities Planning Grant Funds program by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study for the following: Living in Lakemore Sidewalk Planning Study. This study will help the Village of Lakemore create a plan for locating sidewalks in the community to provide pedestrians with a safe mode of travel. The estimated cost of study is $15,000. The Village of Lakemore is requesting $12,000 from the AMAT's funding and is affording $3,000 matching funds. Section 2, that the Village of Lakemore acknowledges and understands the AMAT's funding policy guidelines and confirms to the best of its knowledge that the information contained in the project application is accurate, that it intends to diligently pursue that project, and that a local share will be provided. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that result in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety, convenience, and welfare of the Village of Lakemore Council and the inhabitants thereof, for the reason that it is to apply for this funding within the next 10 days, and provided that it receives the approval of 2/3 of the members of council, shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval, otherwise to be in full force and effect from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Ordinance number 1791-2022, an ordinance to amend Ordinance 1336-2003, Employee Policies and Procedures Manual, and amending Ordinance 1559-2016 by adopting the updated Lakemore Police Department Policies and Procedures. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council agrees to amend Ordinance 1336-2003 and Ordinance 1559-2016, Section 1.11, Employee Policies and Procedures Manual, to adopt the updated Lakemore Police Department Policies and Procedures. Section 2, a copy of the updated Lakemore Police Department Policies and Procedures is attached here to and incorporated herein as if fully written. Section 3, all ordinances, resolutions, and parts of ordinances and resolutions which are in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. Those ordinances, resolutions, and parts of ordinances and resolutions which are not in conflict with any provision of this ordinance are hereby expressly accepted from repeal by this ordinance and shall continue in full force and effect until otherwise amended or repealed by council. Section 4, this ordinance is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health peace and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this ordinance should take effect immediately.
Okay. Next is the mayor's report. So I have a few things to announce with my time. This Saturday, October 8th, is a big day at Lakemore Plaza. The Springfield Lakemore Chamber of Akron is hosting a car show all day Saturday. There's also going to be a craft show up in the grass towards Canton Road, and that's to benefit a family with children who have cancer. So that craft show, the proceeds from the basket raffles and such will be going to that family. There's also a poker run scheduled that day, and I believe that's also affiliated with the fundraiser. And then it's also the library book sale day. So there's a lot going on at Lakemore Plaza, and that's going to be all day Saturday.
What time does it start?
October 8th, which thing?
What time, when does it start?
I get up there at 9. It
Okay,
depends.
that's what I was
For the
wondering.
craft show
Okay,
and
so it's
the
like
book
early.
sale. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, all that's, it's gonna start all day. They have some good food trucks. You know, Bob's Burgers will be there and some others, and some music. There's music throughout the day, bands and things, so it should be pretty fun. And it's very well attended. I think maybe 800 people said they were going on Facebook, so it's gonna be a big thing. I was surprised, but pleasantly surprised. So that's this Saturday. Then the Lakemore Food Pantry is gonna be a week early this year. October 19th is what I have. That sounds right? 5 o'clock at Lakemore United Methodist Church. And I would really like to encourage everyone to recycle their paper and cardboard. The cost is down, right? The proceeds from that's how we fund our program at the church. And the payments have been really, really low lately. Nobody's paying a lot for paper and cardboard, so it's very, very minimal what we're collecting, even though our volume is up. So please don't give up on us, and if you have nowhere that you typically recycle, please consider recycling at the lower lot. We have 4 very large green recycling bins there, and like I said, that's precisely how we fund our Lakemore Food Pantry. So please consider recycling with us if you don't otherwise have a place to recycle. And then at this time, we have some special commendations this evening. I'd like to invite the chief up if you would. He has a lot more to say than I do about this situation, but here are 4, and I'll let you read them if that's all right. If you want to go to the podium, or you can just stand here. That's good.
Troy. On September 16th, at a Springfield football game, we were advised of a couple people in the visitor stands that were acting a little suspicious. So Officer Troy gathered together Officer Slater, Officer Uclea, and Officer Sawyer, and they went to the visitor side, to confront the subjects, and there was 2 males, one was an adult, one was a juvenile. They both, when they seen the officers coming up the bleachers, they jumped up and took off. Well, after a brief scuffle, he was able to secure both the people, and inside of the bag that the adult had was a semi-automatic Ruger handgun. Also in the bag was a 30 mag clip that was loaded. So with that being said, I'd like to offer, Officer Troy is here. Here's his commendation. And I'll read what it says. Whereas the safety of students, family, faculty, and visitors to the Springfield Junior and Senior High School Football Stadium on September 16, 2022, was quickly restored due to your diligence and quick apprehension of 1 juvenile and 1 adult armed with a gun at the Springfield Coventry football game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
we appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We were at that game, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Just doing my job, man.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
Also, there will be a commendation for Officer Shane Slater.
Who was here and had to leave.
Had to call him.
If he
Had to
comes
call,
back,
had to
maybe you
leave.
can give it to him.
Sure.
Officer Dylan Uclea, and Officer Dylan Soyson.
Thank you, Officer Troy.
Nice job,
Thank
guys.
you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you, Chief.
Nice
Every
job.
one of them.
Thank you.
It's some scary stuff when you hear it out loud like that. It's,
Sure is.
It's scary,
Well, I
so.
mean, and you guys were there too. And
Yeah,
maybe
I
others,
was
I'm
there
not
with
sure.
my children, so
And
that
Megan was right over on the
Right where the scuffle was.
She's like,
traitor side.
No, not
It's
traitors.
all right, you guys handled it exactly the way that a community
Yeah,
would
and
hope that
Yes.
the police would
That's
handle a
what
situation like
everyone
that.
who had anything to say
goodness.
about it, so they handled it absolutely perfectly as it should have been
Kind of gives
handled.
me the
It does, right? It's-
heebie-jeebies a little
yeah.
bit when you think of how, whew, okay.
That was it for my mayor's report. Thank you, Chief Smith. That was
Thanks, guys.
excellent. Mrs. Cochran, we'll start with the council report.
Okay, the next council meetings will be held on October 17th and November the 7th. Both of those will be here at 7. And that's it for me.
And I'm gonna be short and sweet tonight. So we have some festivities coming up this month. We have a costume party, which will be from 3 to 5 on October 29th, Saturday, that will be here at the municipal building. Normally, we would have the pancake breakfast, and then we'd have a party in the afternoon. We are moving the time up, and the police department is going to be providing like a small concession for children during the,
Fire department.
or what did I say? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Police department.
Did I say that? Well, I was just looking at you guys. I'm sorry. The fire department is going to be providing. Oh, hi, guys. Come
He's
on
back.
in.
You want to?
Come on in. Come on in. So we're gonna have trick or treat. It's gonna be from 5 to 7, and you guys are fine. And we're changing it up a little this year. 3 to 5, come down to the municipal building. We're gonna have our contest. We're gonna have our bags of candy, and it's going to be a wonderful time. So, and also, if you would like to donate candy, please bring it down to the municipal building. I'm going to post all of this on Facebook tonight. Our social media person has been ill, so I'm going to make sure I remember to do that tonight. And if anyone has any candy they'd like to bring down. And that's all.
Nikki.
Thanks, guys.
No. Go
Do
ahead.
you mind? Okay. At this time, I'd like, Chief, would you mind presenting the certificate up here? I mean, it's live on
Yes,
TV and
we
it'll
all
be on cable.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
mind?
This might be his 15 minutes, so, is it seconds? I don't know.
Thank you,
Officer Slater is also only officer at the football game that assisted in apprehending the two subjects with the gun. I'd like to present him with his commendation also.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't
Thanks,
know if we
Chief, again.
clapped for you. I can't remember.
It's all good.
Okay.
Not the counts, right?
I was thinking in
It's
a
for
minute.
all of
I'm
you.
sorry.
Thank you. Okay, back to Ann. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
That's okay. I'm just gonna thank Spectrum Community Channel 1023 for all their hard work in covering events in the community and our government meetings for the Springfield and Lakemore area. And you can catch their schedule on the Springfield Township website. And they're running a few new things too. And right now they're running Friday night concerts, Dance Fever, Arts Academy featuring Josh Bechtel, the Springfield Township Car Show by the Lake, Springfield Local Schools Board of Education meeting, and a Springfield Township Trustees meeting. So thanks again for 1023 for covering our area events. And if, as always, if you know of something, let one of your local government officials know if you know of an event that would be nice to have covered on 1023. And thanks.
Thank you, Ann. John, you're up.
I'd just like to announce that our next council workshops will be October 12th and October 25th, and both of those meetings will be at 6 p.m. right here.
Thank you, sir. Heather.
All right, I would like to thank everyone that came out to support Spartan Snack Pack at last month's Geo's Gives Back Tuesdays. We're not sure how much we made because it was a portion of the proceeds, so But the people that were able to come, we appreciate any support the program gets from the community. So I just would like to thank everybody for that. So, yeah.
Cool. So I have a couple things. So first, I just want to remind everybody now that the leaves are turning and falling, don't rake or blow any of the leaves or other debris into the roadways or waterways. That could, it just helps to avoid negative effects for Springfield Lake. And then I just want to just put a shout out. We just want to keep Carolyn in our thoughts and prayers. I know she's still in Illinois. She's still feeling real sick, and happy belated birthday to her. She's spending the birthday in the hospital right now. So
She
she's
might
our
be watching.
Hi,
Hi, Carolyn. Hope you feel better.
Hopefully, because we're live streaming now on YouTube.
She's
But-
usually over there.
but yeah, she's our social media content writer here for the village. So any of the blog posts, Instagram, Facebook, she's in charge of writing all those and pushing out the good word. So
Feel
we just
better.
want to keep her in our thoughts while she's getting better.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah.
Did you do the council workshop?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Good. Anything else, council? Tracy, anything? No, Megan? No, okay. At this time, appearing before council, I didn't look. Was there anyone?
Oh,
Nothing.
I don't think so.
Okay, no one
At least
appearing before
Nobody
council?
wants to talk to us today.
That's okay.
I'm cool with that.
Okay, up next, old business, Mr. Strittmatter.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 7202-2022, a resolution proclaiming the Village of Lakemore will observe October 16th through October 22nd, 2022 as Stormwater Awareness Week.
I'll second.
Take your pick. Thanks,
We'll
John.
second together.
Thanks, guys. Any discussion on this? No? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, and new business, Mrs. Cochran with two.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7208-2022, a resolution approving the police chief to hire Wesley Clifton Rogers as part-time police officer with the Lakemore Police Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Second the original.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Any discussion?
Just that we're welcome to have him.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Welcome,
Excited to get a
and all
new
that good
officer.
stuff. Thank you, sir. Okay, no other discussion, roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Absolutely.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. Next, I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance number 1791-2022, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 1336-2003, Employee Policies and Procedures Manual, and amending ordinance 1559-2016 by adopting the updated Lakemore Police Department policies and procedures. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Thanks, Heather. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
And a second?
I'll second the original.
Thanks, Sam. Any discussion? Just, if there's no one else, I'd just like to say thanks again to the chief for all the hard work that he does in updating all of our policies and procedures and handbooks and stuff. This is a never-ending job, and it's a thankless job, but it's so necessary and vital for our community and for our grant opportunities and all this stuff. So we really, from all of us, thank you, Chief, for all that you do. And with that being said, we'll call the roll on this.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Snyder, you're up.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7209-2022, and that's a resolution approving the mayor and the village administrator to apply for the 2022 tree canopy restoration grant. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 readings.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Thanks, Sam. Any discussion?
Yay, trees.
Yeah.
You're so excited. I'm like,
So happy.
I like trees too.
Bob Ross moment.
They're free.
Roll call,
They're
please.
free.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Thank you, Counselor.
For the trees.
Thank you, Ann. Mr. Strittmatter, you're up for two.
Okay, I'd
Yes,
like
sir.
to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7210-2022, a resolution allowing the mayor to apply for Connecting Communities Planning Grant Funds Program by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study, AMAS, to complete the Spartan Trail and declaring it an emergency. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second that.
Thanks, Laura. Any discussion?
This is great.
Yeah, I think so too.
This is great.
Roll call, please.
Can't say no to that.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
I'll second.
Pick your pick.
We're on fire tonight.
All right, we're excited about this one. Any discussion?
No,
It's
just
a
happy.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Awesome.
I can't wait for it to be done.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7211-2022, a resolution allowing the mayor to apply for Connecting Communities Planning Grant Funds Program by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study, that's AMATS, to construct Living in Lakemore Sidewalk Planning Study and declaring it an emergency. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second. I'll second.
No, I will.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Thanks, Sam. Any discussion?
Another
I'll
good thing.
discuss.
Yeah.
Sure.
Please do.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wish from the, let's see, what is this, my 10th year on council, that I would have kept track of how many grants that we've been awarded just since I've been here. There has been so many for a small village, and I appreciate all the effort that everybody puts into these grants, and I wish there would have been some way that we would have kept track, because I think the community would be, and especially more lately than in my first few years, but we really, it's an amazing what we have been able to get lately, and I appreciate everybody's efforts Mega and Tracy, the mayor, everybody who
Council.
works
It's a
on
lot
it.
of work.
It's
The
a well, the chief, both of our chiefs.
Yes.
Oh,
Chief
God,
Reinbold, you know.
Absolutely. We're
It
blessed.
takes a lot of people working together, and it really, even just from the trees to the big things that we get, but,
We're excited about the
so,
trade.
well, yeah, but I mean,
anybody's
it's
gonna give us
really, I
money.
just wish we had that figure, because I think we would all be surprised what
Yeah.
we've achieved by
Can you
everybody
imagine
working
the effort
and all
together.
that up.
That's all I wanted
It
to
takes
say.
a lot to write a grant, so
A
kudos
lot.
to you guys that write it.
Sure.
It's awesome, and this right here is great. I
Yeah.
hope we get it.
So
Absolutely.
that's all I wanted to say,
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
with more big things to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Okay.
At this time, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the regular order of business.
I'll second.
Roll call, please. For the purpose of?
For the purpose of swearing in a new officer.
Amen. We have a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Rogers, would you come forward, please, Chief?
Maybe break them in.
Yes, Mr. Rogers, is there anybody that you would like to hold the Bible for you?
Did you say swearing in or swearing in?
No, swearing, I don't know what I said.
Hi. Oh, Holder, I'm the mayor. Absolute pleasure to meet you.
You too.
So you'll hold the Bible, and then it'll go like this, right hand on, left hand up. Yeah. Chief, you want to come up? Come on, please. Please come up here. Yeah. That's nice. How long gonna be in the picture? I'm sorry. So, this is, yeah, you're good. That's right. This is the Lakemore Police Department Peace Officer Commission and Oath of Office, okay? So on this date, you are hereby commissioned to serve as a part-time police officer for the Village of Lakemore Police Department pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 737.16. As such, you shall affirm the following by repeating after me, please. I state your name,
I, Wesley Rogers,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio,
of the State of Ohio,
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the Village of Lakemore,
of the Village of Lakemore,
and will discharge the duties
and will discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
of part-time police officer
of part-time police officer
with the Village of Lakemore
with the Village of Lakemore
Police Department,
Police Department,
to which I have
to which I have
been appointed
been appointed
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
And that's a wrap. Well, have you signed this paperwork? Welcome aboard, sir. Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you. Chief, we got some signatures and things, if you don't mind. There you go. Thank you, Chief.
Mayor,
Yes, sir. Tell me where. I'll sign wherever you tell me, Chief.
right here on this second line.
It's so exciting.
Yes, sir.
Wesley, your signature up top.
I guess we can sit down now.
That's nice.
All right.
Welcome aboard. Again, thank you, sir. Thank you. Awesome.
Welcome to the village.
Yes, welcome to Lakemore.
We're so happy to have you.
Oh, let me stand. Thank you. We're so excited. Okay. At this time, I'll make a motion to return to the regular order of business
Thank you,
for
Laura.
the
Thank-
purposes of adjourning.
Yeah. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Ann. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Thanks, Nikki. Thanks, Laura. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
It's a wrap, council. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Council, thank you. Welcome aboard again. Thank you. Thanks, Rich, for being here. I'm looking forward to Saturday. I think I got everything.
Okay.
A little off, I know where to find
Can I
you.
come outside?
I was like, I know where to find you.